is a really sweet little like miniature spa for insects, and it's kind of cute but really gross as well because you get like a massage from like caterpillars and stuff.
Hello and welcome to Rock Paper Shotgun and My Favourite Thing In. This is where I, Colin Mahern, chat to one of the lovely RPS staffers about a spang new video game they've been playing and get them to tell me about their favourite thing in it. In some cases they'll have to think long and hard about their choice because the game they've been playing mightn't have been that great, while other better games will give them multiple things to pick. Myself and Deputy Editor Alice Bell have been playing the colourful co-op game It Takes Two, which of course is the new game from A Way Out developers Hazelight Studios. So I've asked her to chat to me about the one aspect of the game that she enjoys more than anything else. So Alice, what is your favourite thing in It Takes Two?
My favourite thing in It Takes Two are the little extras that you can play, little mini things to find and play with throughout the game.
Okay, for the purposes of this, I'm going to pretend I didn't play the game with you, and I'm going to ask, what do you mean, Alice, when you say the little extras?
Well, as you don't know, Cullum, it's a co-op game, so you do, and it's not a co-op game that you can, like journey, say, where you kind of don't need the other person. It's very much a two-player game. I don't think you can do anything in it almost without the other player needing to help you somehow. You basically play like a divorced or an about to get divorced couple who get turned into little doll versions of themselves by their sad daughter's tears, and they have to sort of platform and puzzle around a giant sort of surreal version of their house. So you go through like the attic and their tool shed and the garden and different bits to try and get big sized again. There are little challenges. They're mini games to compete against each other. Like there's one of the early ones is whack-a-mole. So one of you is on top with a hammer and then the other is popping up out of little holes in a cardboard box. There's races with little kind of Skeletrix-esque cars that you can do. But there are ones that aren't flagged up that are things you can just find to play with sort of throughout. They're nice to just find, and sort of it makes it very interactive and kind of playful, and it makes you want to explore more, and I thought it was really good.
So kind of playing up to that toy box style, you are dolls, you're in this kind of giant toy box thing, there are things to play with, go play.
Yeah. There's in the attic, I think you found a kind of Simon Says Bop It type coloured lights game that you have to jump on because you're so little to play with. There's a bit where you're going around your daughter's room and there's a car, like one of those pull back cars, so one of you can get in it and the other one pulls it back and launches it into the air. Or there's one whole bit where you're in like a little castle that Cody, the dad, made with his daughter, and there's loads of stuff in there. Like there's a pie that we just jumped around in and smashed, which was very satisfying. And there was a paint box there as well. You could like paint on paper and then turn it into a bit of art.
And with these toys, you don't necessarily get anything extra from it, do you? Like you get achievements, I suppose, but as you said, they're off the beaten path. They're just, if you're willing to discover, you'll find these nice little treasures and trinkets that you can sort of play with. And some are obviously more involved than others. One of my favourites was, I don't know if it has a name. It probably does. But the little frog thing that we played with.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of like Operation, I suppose. Like you have to push in its teeth, and if you push in the wrong tooth, then the frog will smash. And like the game doesn't tell you, like that isn't a mini game or anything. It's just you talking to your co-op partner. You kind of take it in turns to put down the teeth.
Yeah. So there are ones that are more involved where you are playing a game, but there are ones that is just like a little area for you to explore. So like there's in the garden, which is one of my favourite levels overall, I think. There's a bit where there's a sign that's like into the greenhouse, but then also underneath that is a little sign that says spa. So then you go that way and there's like a little desk with a snail behind it who's like the reception, and then you go into the spa. It's a really sweet little like miniature spa for insects, and it's kind of cute but really gross as well because you get like a massage from like caterpillars and stuff and like a pedicure from smaller caterpillars that are kind of eating your feet. Or the snow level where you're inside a snow globe. You liked a lot of the stuff in there, didn't you? There's a bunch of stuff to find in there. It's difficult because I don't want to talk too much about it.
Yeah. No, I get that, because you don't want to go into spoiler territory, I suppose, and just list off all of these little things you can do. But you like all these little things. You know, while you could miss them and just have tunnel vision and go down the path that the game is trying to take you down, you'd recommend people go out of their way and poke and prod at everything that is pokeable and proddable.
Yeah, I just think it's a nice... It feels more like a kind of thing you have found because you're not pointed to it. Like there isn't like a marker on it or, you know, a question mark on the map or anything, or on a HUD or anything like that. And it feels like, you know, exciting if you're playing with someone and you go like, oh, look over here, you know, like you're finding things and exploring together. And it also really plays into, like you said, this kind of, the tone of it is, you know, sort of playful and not childish, because there are some dark bits in it that are really, really funny. Oh,
there's one dark bit that we definitely won't spoil, but is excellent.
Really funny. And it's about divorce, which, you know, is obviously, I am both a child of and owner of a divorce at this point in my life. And they're very sad when you're in one, obviously. But also they're really common. So I think we've gamified everything else. So, you know, why not? But like the way that you kind of explore their relationship is very playful, and like, you know, being a borrower and hiding all these little things in there, I think really brings that out in the game. And the game itself is otherwise kind of very imaginative and kind of surreal and you know, the sort of flights of fancy that a child has. And I think it's really nice. You know, you get the sense that the developers really had fun with it, you know?
Thank you very much for chatting with me today, Alice. And if you, dear viewer, would like to check out Alice's full thoughts on It Takes Two, be sure to have a read of a written review of the game on rockpapershotgun.com. Thank you very much for watching, you absolute star. We hope to see you again soon as we learn more about people's favourite things in video games. But before I leave you go, do remember, for all of your PC gaming needs, keep it on rockpapershotgun.com.